This is the Steve Gruber Show.
All right, fighting for you from the foxhole of freedom every single day. It's what I do here, right? It's what we do here. Who do you want in your foxhole? Oh, and by the way, something else we do here, if we're wrong, I'm not afraid to tell you. I'm not afraid to tell you if I'm wrong. When you talk about this many things, yeah, you're going to be wrong from time to time. Three big things to know this hour. Number one, in New York City, they're about to roll out these 32-foot 5G towers along city streets. They're ugly and kind of odd, and residents are asking, are they even safe to be around? You got to see these things. All right, and number two, in Des Moines, Iowa, the superintendent of the 30,000 student school district, 30,000 kids, Des Moines Public Schools, arrested for being an illegal alien in the country. Yeah, you heard me right. The superintendent of schools, Des Moines, Iowa, an illegal alien arrested. How can that even happen? How can that even happen? And number three, let's just talk. It's liberal policies. It's got to be. How do you end up with a guy who's in the country illegally with an order to be deported? Did they ever do a background check? Did he fill out an application? Does anybody even know who this guy is? No, we'll get back to that. But it is these leftist policies I'm going to focus on here for a minute. For example, Sunny Hostin, I haven't had The View on in a while. You know, and when I see, I don't mean on my TV. I mean, I haven't mentioned them in a while. But it's remarkable. Here's another program that has to be costing the network piles of money. Piles of money. Has to be, right? And they keep funding it. I don't know why. There's no way you got, 5, 6, 7 hosts, whatever it is, that are all getting substantial paychecks. Does The View make enough money to cover that, plus all the staff and the producers and the photographer? I don't know. Sunny Hostin, though, they're black woman, right? And she says that black women are just incapable of functioning on their own. I mean, that's my takeaway from this comment. They're you know, if you tell them they need ID to vote, they're just going to fall apart. Listen.
Don't have cars, don't have driver's licenses. So it's sort of a vestige of, I think, post-slavery laws where black people had to prove their right to vote. And oftentimes they couldn't vote because they couldn't pass some crazy test or they didn't have the appropriate ID. It also affects women that are married. Maybe your passport reflects something that's different on your birth certificate or on your driver's license. So really the bottom line is voter suppression. And I agree with him 100%. It's a brilliant notion that less voter ID laws allows more people to vote. And most democracies do it that way. We're the only ones that really don't do it that way.
Right. I mean,
yeah, these poor black women, if they have to have ID, man, they're just not going to function. I mean, seriously? This is what of course, she lives in some gated community somewhere in some insulated world. Immune to facts. Factual immunity they have there on the left, clearly. I mean, everybody, look, every state in America offers IDs free of charge. If you can't afford one, they'll make sure you get one. And most places, obviously, will also try to get you into the Secretary of State or wherever you need to be to get that driver's license or government ID. It's there for everyone. So, crazy ideas. How about this one? We'll stay with leftist insanity for a second. Shifting gears to a different lane. Bill Gates. You ever seen a guy you trust less than Bill Gates? Think about that. Do you trust this guy with anything? Here's a guy who's pushing the vaccines, who's pushing different things, who now is pushing the idea that farmers can't grow crops. Crops cannot be grown because of climate change. I mean, I don't know where you live. Here in southern Michigan, I look around, the corn, the beans, the wheat. It's fall harvest time. You go to the farmers markets, they are loaded with pumpkins and squash and tomatoes and everything you can imagine, everything under the sun. Brussels sprouts, which I love, by the way. It doesn't seem to be a problem to grow much of anything. But here's Bill Gates trying desperately to instill fear. Listen.
Very, very important meeting. The issue of health and climate will be discussed at length. That's never gotten the attention it deserves. The issue of food systems and how with climate change, a lot of farmers aren't able to grow their crops, which is a tragedy for them.
Farmers aren't able to grow their crops where? Who buys this stuff? Who buys this idea? Farmers can't grow their crops because of climate change. Here's a fundamental fact. Heat and water make things grow. If the world's getting hotter and there's more water, as they keep claiming, more heat, more water, more crops, more trees, more grass to mow, which is annoying as you can imagine. Come on. Who trusts that guy to do anything? Meanwhile, Chris Wright, Secretary of Energy, a guy who's been kind of under the radar for the Trump administration, he calls out the climate scam for exactly what it is. Listen.
I think President Trump nailed it right on, clearly, and in straight common sense language. Look, the UN climate hysteria has led to $5 trillion spent on wind, solar, batteries, and grid infrastructure to enable them to connect up to the grid. They've just hit 2.6% of global energy, and everywhere they've had meaningful penetration, you've had higher energy prices, higher electricity prices, higher energy prices overall. And as the president rightfully said, that's just move industries out of Germany and England and the United States and shipped them all to China. Huge win for China, huge loss for American citizens, huge waste of $5 trillion. And it slowed energy access for people that want to live better lives. Like, can you name a bigger con job than that?
No. Thank you for asking. No, I cannot. Thank you so much for asking, Mr. Secretary. A bigger con job than that? No. China's building coal-fired power plants every single day. They're under construction today as we speak. They'll finish another 1 or 2 this week, another 1 or 2 next week, and on and so forth. While we're bulldozing power plants, they're building new ones because they know that energy is the future. Because it takes money to mine cryptocurrency, for example. By the way, do you have any? Hardworking Americans were often left behind, but not anymore. Block Trust IRA changing the ability for you to get crypto. Real opportunities. Crypto is fueling President Trump's America First economic miracle as well. Now's your chance to join the movement. The Animus AI trading platform runs 24/7. It crushes old school strategies, helps people like you build wealth, just like the elites. It's been named the #1 crypto tech platform by Bitcoin Magazine. Block Trust IRA offers up to $200 million in protection. Its clients are seeing returns over 250%. Whether you're a teacher, trucker, retiree, or small business owner, this is your time. Get up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you sign up right now. $2,500 in bonus crypto. What do you have to do? Go to SteveGruberCrypto.com. I own crypto. Took me a while to get my mind around it, but there I am. SteveGruberCrypto.com. Yes, I'm a believer. Making retirement great again, SteveGruberCrypto.com. I'll take a break. I'll be right back. Good to see you today.